What's going on, guys? We're back with some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle videos, and finally on global we have LR Vegito. Now I'm going to be using my JP account to showcase the unit, but this also obviously still applies to global. Not using any units that aren't available on the global version to showcase him on JP. Gonna be talking about the card and gonna be talking about, you know, how good he is and everything. Now, if you've already seen this, then this might be just regurgitated information. I'm gonna try to add some interesting facts and like try to make things a bit different in this informative video. But for the most part, it's gonna be talking about the card, talking about how great he is, talking about what he does. He's a very good card, so I just feel like, you know, just came on a global. He warrants his very own video, although I talked about him, what, 6 months ago when he dropped in JP. So we're fighting the actual event. So we're taking the card and fighting the actual event as well. So that's a pretty cool setup right there. So right off the bat, Patara category, 3 key, 170% attack and HP. I was gonna say defense. Attack and HP, 130% defense, which is pretty good leader ability. All these cards are very, very defensive. So it's actually zero issue in terms of having a bit of defense reduction compared to the attack and HP. He also has secondary lead ability, which is 3 key and 90% stats. And there's actually 2 ways to run this team. This current way I have is actually the all heroes team. And instead of bringing a 6 Patara category team unit, I brought the Ultra Instinct Goku. He benefits from the 90% lead ability, which honestly, you could make a case to say that you might as well bring just like STR Rose or the LR Goku Black, which I could have done. But I'm really trying to focus on getting the transmission to prompt, and having LR Goku Black there is almost impossible because he heals so friggin' much. So had to take him out to opt in to bring the base Vegito and also Ultra Instinct Goku. My base Vegito is Rainbow Star. So this entire team's Rainbow Star. Actually, this is not a private server. This is my account. Entire team is Rainbow Star, and I like this team. I do prefer this method over the STR Rose and also LR Rose Goku Black method. Although that may be a bit hard hitting, you definitely will be do more damage by bringing those units versus the ones that I have here. But whatever. Super attack, Kamehameha, and Big Bang, which you're looking at right now. 12 to 17 key, does colossal damage and nothing else. Colossal is a little better than Supreme, but not as good as Immense. So you'll look at these LRs and say, oh, their colossal damage modifier is the best. Like, no. Colossal is not as good as Immense. Immense is very, very good. Secondary lead ability, which is our final strategy. 18 key plus super attack gives you raise attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. Now, I wish that was raise attack and defense. I understand they gave the card greatly raised attack and defense. It might have been a little too good, but I wish it was attack and defense. You know, that would have been pretty cool, but you know, whatever. It's just attack for 1 turn. They should raise the attack for 3 turns maybe. I don't even know, but they did that. Passive attack and defense 120% at the start of turn, plus 2 key additional per every rainbow key sphere obtained. Performs Patara fusion when conditions are met. So if you're doing the conditions, it's get below 50% HP. That's 1. And you have to exceed 6 turns. So once those 2 requirements are met, you will then transform. Link set is very, very good. Kamehameha, Shock and Speed, the same lineage, experienced fighter, prepared for battle, fierce battle, and also legendary power. He actually fits in 2 categories, being the Patara category and the Majin Buu Saga category. So I love this card. On paper, this is the best LR in the game because once he transforms, he gets very, very nasty. Like, he gets very insane. I do have the transformation at the end of the video here, and it took me a second to actually get him to transform because, you know, the team has so much defensive viability. They have so much AP. It's actually quite difficult to force these cards into transform because you have to purposely meet these requirements. You have to purposely exceed 6 turns. You have to purposely get below the HP threshold. And obviously that means you may have to skip super attacks. You may have to prolong the boss event. So the transformation requirements are pretty bad in my opinion. I wish it was just the HP threshold and nothing else, but whatever. So now we're going to be talking about the Dokkan Awaken version or Dokkan Awaken, wow. The transform version, because that is the version that we all care about. Obviously, not going to spend a lot of time in this version because, once again, it's, you know, it's not the hardest thing in the world to get to the requirements, but I mean, for the most part, you will be spending the majority of time in the Goku and Vegeta form. You know, that way, just like, it's easier, and it's very difficult to get into transformation form due to how the requirements are met. So whatever. So moving on, lead ability doesn't change. You know, the super attack changes. So we have, he still does colossal damage, so nothing on the 12th, 17 key super attack upon turning into Vegito. Nothing at all. But his 18 key plus super attack, which is now the final Kamehameha, causes many colossal damage to enemy and raises allies' attack by 30% for one turn. So you are no longer increasing your own attack by a certain amount. You're now raising allies' attack. Now, the thing about this raising allies' attack mechanic on super attacks is that it's not a genuine 30%. It's, I believe it's 30% of the super attack multiplier. So if it was like a passive 30%, that would have been broken. But it's not like how a unit who has a 30% attack to all allies passive, it doesn't work the same as that. So unfortunately, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's there. I'll take it. You know, they'll hit a bit harder. You know, I guess that counts for something, right? Now his passive gets a massive buff. Like literally the biggest buff in the game. It's actually insane. So once you transform into the Patara transformation, the new LR Vegito Super Vegito transformation, you fully heal up your HP only once, but once you transform, your HP recovers all the way up. So very cool. So all the work you spent bringing HP down, it now gets fully recovered. So very cool right there. He counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks. Very busted. Attack and defense went from 120 to now 150 at start of turn. Even more crazy. Plus, he now picks up 3 key in addition per rainbow key strip obtained. So he gets quite a few improvements upon turning into Vegito. He picks up Fuse Fighter and loses the same lineage, I believe. So yeah, he loses the same lineage and picks up the Fuse Fighter link, which is very cool. He also loses Experience Fighter for, what is that? He loses Experience Fighter for power bestowed by God. So that's so he loses 2 links, but he picks up 2 links, which is, you know, kind of whatever. Very good card. On paper, once again, probably the best LR in the game. Maybe not the hardest hitting. Well, you know what? I think he's the hardest hitting because if you factor in the counters, which he can normal counter for 1 million, he can crit for like 1.5 million on a counter. Not to mention the super attack, and once he's super, he's going to raise his counters attack damage by 30% as well. So, you know what? On paper, he is the hardest hitting LR. I was debating on the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but I mean, the counters, bro, like they do too much damage. Sorry, a bit of yawn there. They do way too much damage, and let's say if you have a boss that's, you know, literally full health bars. If you put the Vegito card, let's say in a spot to where the boss is hitting like 5 times, he will kill the boss. Like more than half the time the boss will tell, like what's about to be showcased right now. Gonna put the Vegito card. Well, gonna buff him first of all with the items. But gonna put the Vegito card in the slot with, you know, the majority of the Goku attacks, and he just one-shots Goku. It happens every single time. I don't know any other LR that can take boss's entire health bar, which is like 7, 8, 9, 10 health bars sometimes, and bring it down to 0 like how Vegito can do it. So Vegito, in my opinion, is the best and the hardest hitting LR on paper. Obviously, my favorite LR is Gohan. I love Gohan. I have a soft spot for Gohan. Just Gohan's my boy. But in terms of just being unbiased, in terms of just like saying it like it is, Vegito is just a monster. Look at this, like normal counters for 1.2. It is dumb. You know, it took 3 super attacks to finish this man off. And obviously, you know, he was a bit low on HP already, but, you know, it really didn't matter because we had more counters to go, so he could have died easily. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Did enjoy the video, make sure to like, share, comment down below. If you're not subscribed, make it a thing. Go ahead and sub to the boy. Let me know down below if you had luck pulling the card. Let me know down below what you've pulled. Always give me your pulls down below. And if you want to, you know, show me them on Twitter, then at @IMuscle. So, yeah. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I will not let you destroy my world!